By the end, you will know how to estimate what you qualify for based on your specific income. So what are we covering? Here is the plan. We look at 4 income levels: $100,000, $150,000, $200,000, and $300,000. And I will show you how much mortgage each of those income can support. Everything I'm showing you is based on typical 2025 assumptions. Rate changes, rules change. I will also give you a couple of quick formulas you can use later with whatever the current rates are. We are looking at approximately income of $100,000 per year is about $8,300 per month. So 39% of that income is roughly $3,200 per month allowed for housing. Now we are going to subtract the expenses. So we're going to subtract $300 for property taxes, $100 per heat, and you're left with around $2,800 per month just mortgage payment. So we're qualifying at 5.6% over 30 years amortization. A $2,800 payment supports roughly $500,000 base mortgage. Let's go to the income of $150,000. $150,000 a year is $12,500 per month. 39% of that is about $4,800 for housing. We are going to subtract $500 for taxes and $100 per heat, and you're left around $4,300 for mortgage payment. At 5.6% for 30 years, that supports roughly $800,000 mortgage. Okay, let's move to $200,000 income. $200,000 per year, 39% is around $6,500 for housing cost. We are subtracting $600 for taxes and heat. At 5.6% over 30 years, that's roughly $1 million mortgage. Okay, let's go to the big numbers. Now we are income of $300,000 per year. We are multiplying it by 39%. We are going to subtract $750 for taxes and heat, and you are left with approximately $10,000 per month for mortgage payment. At 5.6% over 30 years, that supports approximately $1.6 million mortgage. So let's do a quick recap. For $100,000 income, it's about $540,000 mortgage. For $150,000 income, we are looking at approximately $800,000 mortgage. For $200,000 income, we are looking at approximately $1 million mortgage. And for $300,000 income, we are looking at approximately $1.6 million mortgage. Now, let's see what changes when you have at least 20% down payment. And we are moving into the conventional mortgage. Here is what's different now. GTS moves from 39% to 46%. TDS is also 46%. And there is no insurance premium added on top of the mortgage. Same income, bigger slice is allowed for housing with no extra cost. So let's say you have $100,000 income with 20% down payment. Now we are multiplying it by 46%. We are subtracting the same taxes, subtracting the same heat. You're left with, at 5.6% over 30 years, we are looking at $625,000. That's roughly $107,000 more in a mortgage room just because you put 20% down payment. Let's do the same exercise with $150,000 income with 20% down payment. We are multiplying it by 46%. We are subtracting taxes, subtracting heat, 5.6%, 30 years amortization. That brings the mortgage to $970,000. Do you remember the insured was around $800,000? So now we are $170,000 more. Let's do the $200,000 income with 20% down payment. Now we are multiplying it by 46%, subtracting taxes, subtracting heat. So at 5.6% over 30 years, that equals about $1.3 million mortgage. Remember the approximately $1 million before? We just added more than $200,000 just because we put 20% down payment. And for this $300,000 income, we are going to potentially increase the pre-qualifying amount of mortgage to almost $2 million. We are increasing it by approximately $300,000. So, do a quick recap here. For if you are putting 20% down payment with $100,000 income, it's approximately $620,000 mortgage. With $150,000 income, we are looking at approximately $970,000 mortgage. At $200,000 income, it's approximately $1.3 million. And at $300,000 income, it's approximately $2 million mortgage. So the bottom line, the higher your income, the more that 20% down payment stretches your maximum mortgage amount. Now, let's make this practical. These are rough rules, not exact numbers, but they put you in the right zone. Number one, with 20% down at current style rates, you can roughly borrow 6.25 times your annual income. Let's do the calculations. If you have $100,000, you're multiplying it by 6.25, you will getting to $625,000 maximum mortgage amount. Rule number two, less than 20% down payment. When we are putting less than 20% down payment, the numbers will look a little bit different. You're closer to 5.2 times the income. So if you are $100,000 income, you're multiplying it by 5.2. It means that you can qualify for $520,000 mortgage. For the real decisions, you need current rate and actual